Hey guys, what's going on? I know it's been a little while since I've posted anything, but I've been super busy with homework and school and all that other fun stuff. So, this video is going to be about tomorrow and TNA's turning point, and I'm also going to throw in a couple football picks. You'll get a little bit of everything in this video. I wasn't able to watch SmackDown at all, and I wish I could have, but again, other priorities took over, and I was ultimately unable to. So, to start off the video, I'm going to go with Impact. Gonna start kind of from the back and work up to the main event. First match is, it probably won't be the first match, but the first match I'm going to give you on the card is Tara and Jesse versus ODB and EY. If you don't know who EY is, it's Eric Young. So that ought to be interesting. Since the last time I've seen Impact, there has been another person who has been unmasked from Aces and Eights. And it appears that they have given the name Doc. So, in an Aces and Eights match, it will be Doc versus Joseph Park. If you don't know who Joseph Park is the brother of Abyss, which, to be honest, I really think that Joseph Park is Abyss. Just kind of throwing that out there, my opinion. Yeah, if you think otherwise, throw it down in the comments. The X Division Championship is going to be on the line. And actually, I'm going to hold off on that because there's one more match that isn't a title match. Or in some cases, a number one contenders match. And I'll get to that in a minute. But the other match that's happening is Devon versus Kurt Angle. Everybody that saw Bound for Glory saw the unmasking of Devon, and hopefully you guys have been watching TNA. I know I haven't, because again, I've been busy, but, hopefully you guys have understood why he did what he did, and if you do, again, throw it down in the comments. So that's that match. Now all the other ones have some sort of title involved or have some big implication in them. The first match, the X Division Championship, is going to be Rob Van Dam versus Joey Ryan. If you don't know who Joey Ryan is, look up TNA Gut Check, and specifically Joey Ryan. He's very cocky, but he is very good. So this ought to be an interesting matchup between those two. Next match is a no disqualification television championship match against two ex-tag team partners. And I don't mean Bobby Roode and James Storm. I mean Magnus and the TV champion Samoa Joe. So a clash of the big guys, clash of the titans, you may insist on calling it. Whatever you call it, it's going to be a great match. Tag Team Championship also up on the line is Christopher Daniels and Kazarian versus Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez. Again, Bound for Glory not TV title, Tag Team title changed hands. That ought to be a very interesting match. The speed and strength component of Chavo and Hernandez against the very athletically inclined Daniels and Kazarian. There is a number one contenders match for the World Heavyweight title, and there is a stipulation to this match. It's Bobby Roode versus James Storm versus AJ Styles. Now, the loser of this match, the one who gets pinned or has to tap out of a submission, is the one who will not get a title shot until next year's Bound for Glory, which is in October. So you lose. Basically, you don't want to be the one getting pinned in this scenario. So definitely something there, and there's obviously, I would assume, still very bad blood between Rude and James Storm. So again, good match, very interesting match. And the creme de la creme, the top match of the pay-per-view will be Austin Aries versus Jeff Hardy for the World Heavyweight Championship, but it's a ladder match. Anybody that's followed Jeff Hardy knows that he's one of a handful of people who excel in ladder matches, and is usually when he ends up going crazy. Running up a ladder, jumping off of another ladder, doing a ridiculous move, maybe a swanton, off of the ladder. It's a very crazy match. Aries, I do not recall him having a ladder match, but it could be interesting. So again, there is everything for TNA Turning Point. It's on pay-per-view. Hopefully you guys get to watch it. I may jump back on with my reaction to everything on Turning Point. I may not. Again, depends on if I end up doing homework or if I actually end up watching NFL, which I'm going to give you guys picks for NFL. I'm going to take a couple games. I'm going to take 2 from the afternoon, early afternoon, 2 in the late afternoon, and the Sunday night and Monday night games. Hopefully you guys got a chance to watch the Indianapolis game, which, from the way it sounds, was fantastic. So here we go. Looking at the lineup, I'm obviously going to take the Minnesota-Detroit game as one of my games. Obviously a big deal to me since I was born and raised a Viking fan. Minnesota-Detroit, they're in Minnesota playing at the Dome. Personally, and this is coming from as non-biased of a view as I can get, I don't think Detroit's going to be able to keep up with the triple threat of Percy, Simpson, and Peterson. I don't think it's possible. They might. Again, I've seen bits and pieces of the Detroit team, which, at times has looked very good. Megatron and Dominican Sue, I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Minnesota ends up taking the win in this one. The other game I'm going to take is an NFC South showdown between New Orleans and Atlanta. Atlanta, the only undefeated team in the NFL right now, and New Orleans, basically a comeback story for them. I don't even know where to start with this one. I mean, Matty Ice, Matt Ryan, and New Orleans with Drew Brees, the veteran. In this case, I'm going to have to go with Matty Ice. I may switch my pick before tomorrow, but because they are in New Orleans. But I think Atlanta comes down there. They hit them with everything they've got. I think New Orleans, again, keeps it close. But I don't think New Orleans is going to be enough to knock off the one undefeated team. Going into the afternoon, I'm going to hit the NFC East with Philadelphia and Dallas. Dallas kind of been on the slide along with Philadelphia, so in my case, I think it's a must-win for both of them. And I think Dallas comes through and beats Philly in Philadelphia. I think Vic is still a strong quarterback, but with all the issues he's had fumble-wise and pick-wise, I don't think he's going to be able to do it. So I'm going to give the win to Romo and crew over Vic. Let's see, we'll throw an AFC game in here, and I'm actually going to backtrack a little bit to an early afternoon game to incorporate some AFC, because I kind of realized that as I'm doing this, I'm being very biased to the NFC. So I'm going to go with the Tennessee-Miami game. Two teams that are lower on the tier, on the, I don't even know the word to use right now, but they're not as high up. I'm going to take Miami over this. I know my best friend, if he's going to watch this, he's going to kill me. But I think Miami right now, being on the roll that they are, in Tennessee kind of in a moment of unknowingness in quarterback right now, because I do believe Jake Locker is back. which if he is, that you don't know who you're going to get that way. Receiving wise, Tennessee hasn't been on top of it as you usually see with Tennessee. So I think Miami under Tannehill will take out Tennessee. Going to the Sunday night game, Chicago versus Houston. Chicago in the lead of the NFC North, Houston ahead in the AFC South. This is another tough one. They're at Soldier Field. I think Houston, being a Viking fan, obviously I want Chicago to lose, but I think Houston just overall with Arian Foster and Andre Johnson and J.J. Watt, I don't think Chicago will be able to handle them as well. I know Chicago's very sound defensively, but so is Houston. So I have a feeling this is going to be a very defensive battle. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Houston wins. And the Monday night game, Kansas City versus Pittsburgh. I'm not throwing much thought into this one because Kansas City hasn't been very good all year, but Pittsburgh has been on and off. They are at Heinz Field. I'm taking Pittsburgh. Just because they are at Heinz Field. Heinz Field is definitely a hard place to play at. So those are my picks. If there's teams that you want me to pick, let me know in the comments. Because I will more than gladly pick those teams for you. And hopefully you guys watch some football, you watch TNA. Again, I will be back Monday with a Raw recap. So yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend. So that's all for now. Peace out, stay safe, and I will catch you on the flip side.